In Python, you can make a copy of an array or create a view. If you make a copy of an array, then it will actually create a physical copy in memory. A view will basically refer back to the original array, and you can do manipulation of the view. So here, if I just demonstrate that to you, you can see that I created a copy of the array and a view of the array. So they will have the same value. But then as soon as I modify one value element to 40, you can see the behavior starts to change. So I'm modifying it on the copy. So only the copy is affected and the original array stands as it is. And you can see they both have 10, while here we've got 40 in the copy array. But if you modify the view as shown here and you change the first element there, then it will affect the original array and also the view, but not the copy array that we made earlier. Now there is a way to check if you're using a copy array or you're referring to the view. By checking the .base property of an array, it will return to you either none. So as you can see here, if you have this, you get none, and that means that this is a copy. It doesn't have base data, whereas the view version of it will actually have the base. There is an alternative syntax to creating a copy of an array. And why would you do it? If we have a look at this code here, you can use this syntax, and this will always generate a view to the data. So this will not create a copy. Now, if you want to create a copy, then what you have to do, is select that and then do copy. So why would you do a view versus a copy? A view is much faster, it's much more efficient, and a copy is actually going to take up memory space and processing time. So here, let's imagine you had a large image, and what you want to do is you want to change the brightness of a specific area of that image. So you specify in the array that you want to modify the brightness of that region. Then you can add the value 50 to it, and what it will do is modify that in the original image over here. And then when you print the image, that specific region will now have the new value. So this is really good and handy when you want to concentrate on a bit of the array and modify. You can do the same thing for other things, such as like stock prices. If you're trying to work out the rolling window of the last 3 days, then again, by creating a view, not a copy of that data, you're able to modify the original array. And then the original array, when you print it, it will have the updated rolling window in it. So when you have a large array, always try and use a view unless you need to create copies. So just remember the syntax. You can use .copy or .view, or by simply referring to the array like this, it will actually create a view. So that's an important distinction. By default, this sort of a syntax here will create a view, not a copy. If you want to copy, remember to do .copy.